In the name of God. Today, my dear friends, I am with you again with an exciting fantasy story. Summary: Elara, known as the Shepherd of Hidden Pines, is the keeper and chronicler of a forgotten valley. She tends not to sheep, but to the valley's memories and secret names, the true essence of its streams, trees, animals, and past joys and sorrows, which she carefully records in a large book. When a blight of forgetfulness threatens to silence the forest and erase its spirit, Elara goes to its heart and reads aloud from her book of names. By voicing the valley's hidden identity, she restores its vitality and drives away the emptiness, proving that remembrance is the most powerful force against loss. She remains the eternal listener, ensuring no part of the valley's soul is ever forgotten. The keeper of forgotten names. In the shadow of the great mountains, where the ancient pines whispered secrets to the wind, there lay a valley forgotten by maps. It was called the Hidden Pines. For generations, it had no border but the mist, no law but the seasons, and no chronicler but the wind. That changed when Elara came. She was not born of the valley but had arrived one autumn, her clothes worn, her eyes holding a quiet storm. She carried with her only a large, leather-bound book, its pages blank. The isolated villagers, wary of outsiders, watched her settle in a small cottage at the edge of the whispering woods. They called her the shepherd, though she tended no flock of sheep. Her flock was made of memories. Elara would walk among the towering pines, listening. She listened not just with her ears, but with her soul. She heard the pine needles murmur the name of the first tree that took root. She felt the breeze carry the laughter of children who had played there a century ago. She sensed the stones hold the silent grief of old losses and the warm imprint of past joys. Each day, she would return to her cottage and open her book. With careful, deliberate strokes, she would write. She did not write histories or dates. She wrote the names. The true, secret names that the valley itself remembered. The name of the spring that sang only at dawn, the name of the fox who was the forest's playful guardian, the name of the love song two young hearts had carved into a now fallen birch. The villagers, curious, began to bring her fragments of their own stories, a grandmother's forgotten lullaby, the location of a family's first hearth, the peculiar nickname for the crooked hill. Elara would accept these gifts solemnly, and in her book, she would find where they belonged, weaving them into the valley's living tapestry. One harsh winter, a great silence threatened the pines. A creeping blight of forgetfulness, born from the busy world beyond the mountains, began to gray the edges of the forest. The trees grew quiet, the streams seemed to run without their usual melody. The people felt a deep, unsettling loss, as if their own dreams were fading. The villagers came to Elara's door, fear in their eyes. She simply nodded, took her book, and walked into the heart of the forest. She sat at the base of the eldest pine, opened the book, and began to read aloud. She spoke not in sentences, but in a flowing river of the hidden names, every creature, every stream, every moment of love and courage that the land had ever known. As she spoke, the gray receded. The pines straightened, their needles regaining a vibrant green. The forgotten lullabies returned on the wind, and the spring sang again with renewed vigor. The blight was not fought with force, but cured with remembrance. The valley had been reminded of its own soul. Elara, the shepherd of hidden pines, still tends her silent flock. Her book is never full, for a living world constantly whispers new stories. She is the keeper, the listener, the gentle hand that ensures that no name, and thus no part of the valley's heart, is ever truly lost. The hidden pines are no longer forgotten, for they are forever remembered in the ink of her devotion.